गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ वृषभं चर्षणीनां विश्वरूपमदाभ्यं बृहस्पतिं वरेण्यम् ॐ तद्विष्णोः परमं पदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयः दिवि चक्षुरा ततम्। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं महालक्ष्म्यै नमः। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं ज्योतिर्ब्राह्माय नमः। Can everybody say after me, Hare Ram Krishna Krishna? Om Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama Krishna. Which nakshatra are we on? Moola. This is Purvashadhana. Okay, now we will do the mantra for the Purvashadha nakshatra. It is basically, I think, Sa Divya Apas Kaisa Sandhya. I think it looks like Jardevadas ruled the Purvashadha nakshatra. So it is a mantra for them as the rulers of the Purvashadha nakshatra. Ya Divya Apas Payasa Sambabhuvu या अंतरिक्ष उतपार्थिवीर्या या सामसाधा अनुयन्ति कामम् तान आपस्यक्ष्यो न भवन्तु याश्च कूप्या याश्च नाद्याश्च मुद्रिया याश्च वैशन्तीरुतप्रासशीर्या या सामसाधा मधुभक्षयन्ति तान आपस्यक्ष्यो न भवन्तु. This is mantra for the Purvashadha nakshatra. Purvashadha means Purva Ashadha. Purvashadha nakshatra, and it looks like from the mantra, meaning of the mantra, it looks like it is for Jaladevata to rule over all the water in the universe. And we will also do Graha mantra. Last time we did Surya, right? So we will do the Graha mantra for Chandra. Om Apyayasva Sametu Te Vishvatasya Mavrishniyam Bhavavajasya Sangathe. Okay, by the way, one thing you guys can try when I am late, or Seshu is late, or somebody is late and the class starts late, some of you come early. One thing you can try is you can talk about cars, you can generally chat about what is going on in the world. And in addition, you can try one more thing. You can just try relaxing, do pranayama. To do in general, actually, to do before this class, not immediately before the class, but before you learn astrology or learn anything, to do a little bit of pranayama, it can be very helpful in calming your mind and making it ready to receive a lot. And the mind is very unstable, it doesn't receive too much. Whereas when it is really calm, it receives a lot. So you can try doing some pranayama. I'm not a qualified research teacher. Whatever I'm doing, you can do it together. Yeah, sure. So it can help you. Yeah. These days, yeah. No, but Lagna is coming to Yeah. Just about 10 minutes, 40 minutes before we started that. So, instead of happening to foreign people. Yeah, in this season, as sun moves away. No, but then if you started the class at 9, it would have been. I understand, but assuming that we start at 9:30 always, assuming that when sun is in Aries, basically you will end up starting in the sitting level. When sun is somewhere fine, it will be a stronger level. But that's good. If you have Jupiter aspect in Lagna, that is very active. That's good. These classes are very good. Okay. So any questions so far? And of course Guru Kalam, that's the law of season we are talking about. Most of the time our class and such we are starting and ending in Guru Kalam, physical class. Because we took this time slot on a Sunday, it's starting to be Guru Kalam. Any questions or comments or observations or anything that you want to say so far? Or any interesting charts? Yeah. 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 It happens in the class and then we publish it. It is not time to come. Yeah, if you keep disappearing for 6 months, it will take a lot of time. Right, maybe a problem. Even if they want that people do what we do, they want to do what is going on. Especially after marriage, it will be a problem. Once you start thinking. No, but they are saying what makes you the right so unstable. Yeah. Do you have any idea what he does when he runs away? He will come once often and a young sector will be going where? And then second time he was found in a hotel, what was he doing there? He was working in some, he never told him not to talk. Yeah. Because they are afraid of the son, again running away. So they don't even ask him. If he comes back after 6 months, they say, oh great, you are coming back. We won't ask you what it is. Please come and hold your hand. Okay. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, until then because probably he was too young to run away. Maybe he saw his first movie where hero and heroine ran away after. Anyway, so of course they will be worried. Yes. Of course they will be worried. Even if somebody runs away once and comes back, he will be worried. If you say he is doing every time, naturally he will be worried. So what? Do you have the data? Yes. Okay. So what is the data? June 29. Yeah, June 20. Yeah. 1975. 31 years. Okay. Okay. So that means June 28 was just over and 29 just came. No. Not probably. Please say. No, what I mean is sometimes they record differently. In India, especially old people, traditional people, they record. If they say June 29, it could mean 29th is over. At the midnight 30 came and it's 2:56 on 30, but they still call it 29 because sunrise hasn't happened. No, 29. Okay, so you are sure? I want those who are sure. Yeah, the thing is, if it's off by 5-10 minutes, you can do a decent job, but if it's off by 24 hours, then you are really procedure. Okay, we will go with that. What is the place? Anantapur. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anantapur, there is one more Anantapur at 88 East. That looks like somewhere in Calcutta region. Okay. 77 Yeah. That's what I mean. Okay, one second, let me turn on this. What happened? Only the first two here. Let me just save it before I redo. So what is the name? No, what is the name? Suresh? Suresh running case. Okay. I have to restart this computer. Doesn't let me do it. No. Actually, it says only the first user can. When I try to send it, only the first user can control the Yeah. Actually, last time that happened, I logged off the other user and logged back into the game. So I just keep it. Some glitch doesn't happen always. Like this is the second time. Okay, go ahead. Before we shut down and come back.
Mesh Lagna with Rahu in 8th house.
Mesh Lagna with Mars in Lagna, right?
Mars in Lagna.
Yeah.
Why did you say Mars in Lagna?
No, I saw it before. I just remembered Mars in Lagna.
No, I was just thinking if there's any...
I'm not saying it based on anything. It's not on anything.
No, I was thinking there was no Samrudh.
No.
In this case, Mesh Lagna with Ketu in 2nd house.
Second house.
Of course, obviously. Rahu in 8th.
Yeah.
Ketu in 2nd must be going in peace maybe. Next week, Ketu goes in peace only. Yeah, but you said that this is the Vagdata.
Ketu is Dhutiya Vagdata, not his name.
So there is a possibility that it should be very vocal.
Yeah.
And with Rahu in 8th house, there must be some...
No, we didn't understand.
But also there can be something mystic and faculty going on. Whether it's possible.
Okay. Good thinking. Yeah. Yeah.
And the digital will be involved.
Okay. So, Golgi is quite strong.
So there may be a lot of things that are giving away in terms of practical religion.
Okay. Now, the thing is, do we know that this chart is right? The first thing we see before we see any chart like Rashi or Navamsa, Dashamsa, Dvalsamsa, whatever, the first thing we always check is how much leeway we have. 2 minutes. The Lagna, if you see here, 29 degrees, 21 minutes. That means half degree away from the border between Aries and Taurus. So this could be an Aries person or a Taurus person. How much time? 2 minutes, 25 seconds later it will change to Taurus. So 2.5 minutes is not something that we can discount and say, no, that's not possible. Even if they say it's accurate, still 3 minutes is quite possible. Oh, they say Saturday second padam? Okay, then that means they are using the normal way of counting the date. Okay, they apparently told him that he was born in Saturday Nakshatra second padam. That is what we are getting. So it is 29. It's not 30. We are not talking about Aries Taurus switch now. We are talking about 24-hour shift. We weren't sure if it was basically 29 using the modern reckoning or the ancient reckoning. If you use the ancient reckoning, it should basically be June 30 based on the modern reckoning. So that we weren't sure of, whether it is 29 or 30. They told Saturday, so definitely it is right. So now we can proceed further. We are in the right 24 hours, the right window basically. We have a 5-10 minute window. And now we have to talk about Aries Taurus switch. That is with respect to what we said. Now, does Aries make sense or Taurus? So let us ignore all the divisional charts. let's just look at the Rashi chart and try to guess if he is moderate. Do you know how he looks or anything about it? He is very handsome. His parents said it or you saw it?
No, I saw it.
Parents always think their son is handsome.
Of course, they compare him with Srikanth.
Okay. First of all,
Very aggressive.
very aggressive. So he is handsome and he is very aggressive.
So a lot of beauty.
He has lot of beauty. Okay. So he has blood pressure problems and he has an aggressive attitude. Now, Aries Lagna or Taurus Lagna? Given this, what is your pick? Who thinks Taurus Lagna makes more sense? Given this input. Nobody? Who thinks Aries makes more sense? Everybody. Good. That's good. I like the confidence. You guys are very aggressive. Of course, all of you don't have Aries Lagna. If you are aggressive, Aries Lagna is a very good candidate, or at least some instance of
That is part.
in Mars on Lagna.
That is part. Moon is right now strategically on Lagna. So
Yeah.
on itself, moon aspect would
Yeah.
can give him blood pressure.
Okay. Yeah, but why is moon giving sickness? Blood pressure problems are shown by Mars. Sorry, moon. But moon shows blood pressure problems. Moon and Mars combination are just moon. Now, why is moon showing sickness in this chart? Is he a 6th lord or 8th lord? What? Who is he? Yes. Moon is in Bhadrasthana. So if moon is in Bhadrasthana or in the 6th house or 8th house or has something to do with those houses like mourning or occupying, there is a chance that there will be blood pressure problems. And right now he is running cancer vector. Yeah, so I'm just looking at Shrodasa to see only this problem. So he's running cancer vector owned by moon, and moon is in Bhadrasthana. A lot of cancer is in Bhadrasthana. So during this time, having blood pressure BP problems is quite positive. So on the other hand, if Lagna is Taurus, just to consider, moon would be the 3rd lord in the 10th house, not really a candidate for giving sickness, right? Whereas now, he is the 4th lord of heart. 4th house is the house of heart and cleaning of blood, etc. And he is in Bhadrasthana. So some inexplicable problems, some undiagnosable diseases or problems relating to heart or relating to blood is quite possible. So, pardon me? Oh, okay, Bhadrasthana. What is Bhadrasthana? Why is it Bhadrasthana? For movable signs, the 11th house something is called Bhadrasthana. For fixed signs like Taurus, the 9th something is called Bhadrasthana. For dual signs, the 7th something is called Bhadrasthana. So remember, 11, 9, 7. That is the formula, 11, 9, 7. So for every sign there is one Bhadrasthana. So you see where the Lagna is, and you see the 11th or 9th or 7th from there, and that's called Bhadrasthana. That usually shows some problem, some suffering that comes from undiagnosable or unknown sources and weird problems. Yeah. Pardon me? Data for the audio? No, actually I haven't. Good point. The data, birth data again is June 29, 1975, 2:56 a.m. Indian Standard Time, 5:30 hours east of GMT. The place is Anantapur, India. 77 degrees, 36 minutes east. 14 degrees, 41 minutes north. Lagna is 29 degrees, 21 minutes Aries. Moon is 12 degrees, 24 minutes Aquarius. Okay.
How did you get to Guru Dasa? Was it
Rashi Dasa. Okay. Now, what Dasa should we use? Assuming that Aries is right, what Dasa should we use? Actually, do you want to see Vimshatri or Narayana first? Narayana. Narayana Dasa changes based on Lagna. If it is Taurus, it's a different calculation. If it is Aries, it's a different calculation. We could see either actually. We'll see both. I just wanted you to correct one. Yeah.
in this particular case, it's more of a mind-related issue.
Well, as far as his mind is concerned, everything may be fine. Whether he's at home or in Kathmandu, he may be feeling the same. We don't know. Yeah. Ah. So look at the Narayan Dasha. When did he start running away? 15 years. So 75 to 15 is 90. So around 1990 or so he started running away. So basically Gemini Dasha he started running away. Soon after Gemini Dasha started. Are there any signs of instability with respect to Gemini? Are there any problems with Gemini? Yeah.
And happening in the third house.
Third house. So what is the third house?
He's very bold and he should the things that can happen.
Third house shows boldness, initiative, etc. With Saturn and Sun, two male hits, but two unhappy male hits are there.
But you need to do boldness if you want to get away from something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Yes. Right. But and yeah, will he be just happy at home during that time? Gemini is the 12th house from 4th house. 4th house is the house of residence, house of comfort. And it is the 12th from there. So some kind of instability relating to that. So some kind of compromise or giving up. Because it is the 12th from the 4th house. And moreover, there is very malefic influence on that house. So some instability with respect to residence, just leaving house for a while and then coming back. So that is possible during the Gemini Dasha. Pardon me? Very good point. Right. But that triggered basically. The affliction in the third house in the chart, the Sun Saturn combination, actually how far apart are they? They are far apart, then not a huge problem. They are quite far apart, 13 degrees and 26 degrees. So it's not that bad. Otherwise, actually, Sun Saturn being together in any house can be very disastrous for the experts also. So here, they are giving some, you may say, seemingly misguided bravery. Sun and Saturn being together in the third house, they are giving that. And that started happening in the Gemini Dasha. And later Cancer Dasha ran, and now he is running the Leo Dasha. Okay, let us keep that in mind. Let us see what Vimshatri Dasha he is running. Should we use Vimshatri or some other Dasha? Okay. So what Dasha was running at that time? When he started running away from home, what is the Dasha that was running? Especially the Jupiter Dasha that he started running away. Probably Jupiter, Saturn or Jupiter Mercury when he started running away. So given that it happened in the Jupiter Dasha, what can you say? As far as how he feels is concerned. As far as Narayan Dasha is concerned, the ground reality is concerned, what we saw is Sun and Saturn combination in the third house. There could be some misguided bravery or some risky bravery. Sun and Saturn being together is not a very comfortable position. So some kind of bravery with some negative connotation. That is what we see. And probably some instability with respect to the place we live. Yeah? Jupiter is in the 12th house in a very sattvic sign. Very sattvic sign, Pisces. And he is in one sign. So, does he feel restless? Is that why he is going away? Is he like confused or is he happy? Is he blissful, relaxed about it? What is your guess? It can make you, definitely any planet in the 12th house can give you Vairagya, but at the same time it's Jupiter, very learned planet, not very, it's in Pisces, the sign of Rishi, the sign of Mahasi, it's a very sattvic sign. So there is very sattvic giving of actually. At least as far as his mind is concerned, he feels very happy and very blissful about giving. And even with respect to the Narayan Dasha, we only saw how Gemini is. If you remember, you can look at Gemini as Lagna and see how planetary positions are, right? Is that right, or should you take the 7th from Gemini? It depends on whether Narayan Dasha started from Lagna or 7th house. How did Narayana Dasha start in this case? From Lagna itself. Lagna is stronger than 7th house. So Narayana Dasha traces the progression of Lagna to the zodiac. So during the Gemini Dasha, what becomes the Lagna? Gemini itself becomes the Lagna during the Gemini Dasha. So if you take Lagna as Gemini, Sun and Saturn in Lagna. So a lot of instability on his basically the way he thinks, etc. A lot of instability. But where is Lagna Lord Mercury? 12th house. And with whom? Karaka of 12th, Ketu. So 12th is accentuated. So if you correlate this with the Vimshottari Dasha, 12th is being very accentuated. 12th house is very strong. It has the Narayana Dasha, Lagna Lord in the 12th house with Karaka Ketu. And in the Vimshottari Dasha, the 12th Lord Dasha. And also 12th Lord occupying 12. His Dasha is running. So both the ways, 12th house is being accentuated. So what you can say is, there is some kind of the kind of Vairagya. There is some kind of Vairagya. And more than Vairagya, some kind of disinterest basically. Disinterest and, but at the same time it's not like, in Telugu we say Metta Vedantam, like, it is basically giving up because you are tired, man, I don't want this. That kind of Vairagya. That kind, not Smashan Vairagya, right. It's not Smashan Vairagya. It is Jupiter. Jupiter being in one side. So very happy and blissful kind of Vairagya. That is what you can see after looking at Narayana Dasha and Yeah? Yeah, but Sun and Saturn are spoiling it. Overall, he is somebody who will go and get what he may not have a lot of initiative to do something. Immediately initiative doesn't come, but once initiative comes, he does it at any cost. Why did I say that? The third from Arudha shows initiative. Sixth from Arudha shows the issue, whether you just do it or not, whether you kill your enemies or not. If the third has malefic, let us say, and sixth has benefic, he may say, let's do it, and then he may go to war and say, I don't want to kill you, just walk away. So that will be the attitude. If third has malefic and sixth has benefic. Here third has benefic and sixth has malefic. So he will think, why fight, let's just relax, no, we don't need to do anything. And then suddenly when he is provoked and when the initiative comes, he will just go and kill them without any hesitation. So that's the profile basically in this particular case. But as far as Jupiter is concerned, not only is he, like you said, not only is he in the 12th house from Lagna, but he is also in the 3rd from Aru Lagna. So he gives very sadhu kind of nature at that time. So we can guess that the fact that in this period he started running away from home, we can guess that it was because of some kind of vairagyam, some kind of, basically there is a spiritual reason. It's not because he is tired of everything and just wants to escape from it all for a while. It's not that kind of, doesn't look like that is what he's saying. What is going on is, there is some kind of spirituality in the person that's being awakened during that time. That's basically triggered during that time. Okay.
I think finally entering 2002 June timeframe. Then he is not running away. He completed his graduation in computer science.
Okay. So Cancer gave some stability. Okay, let me actually note. In 10th class, ran away, spent 6 months. Okay, so 4 to 6 months at Society Ashram. He spent 4 to 6 months away, founded Society Ashram. Ran away after 1 year in winter, found in Kathmandu. Okay, doesn't matter. Kept running away. Kept running away during engineering. Found in Kathmandu. On a ship. In Kathmandu, Nepal, or on a ship. I see. worked there? Since 2002?
He completed his degree.
Okay. Finished engineering degree. So since 2002 things became better.
So he now have a job. Because he is very intelligent in talk. He will make things very responsible.
So he said that he talks very nicely and he makes it very mesmerizing. That's what he said. Now that confirms even more that the Mercury Ketu combination in the second house makes perfect sense. On the other hand,
Presentation even after 8 years of engineering degree.
yeah.
Completion is not a job.
Yeah. So even after taking 8 years to finish an engineering degree, he got a good job. And he's saying that this guy has a good skill in presenting things. I mean, he says that he's a mesmerizing speaker. Those are the words he used. And that makes perfect sense if you take Aries Lagna, because Mercury and Ketu will be in the second house. Mercury is the Karka for speech. And Ketu also, when he is strong, he's Hatavagdata. He makes very clarity of speaking he gives, very clear speech so that people understand. And Mercury gives that calm. On the other hand, if Taurus was the Lagna, even though Mercury is the second lord, Sun Saturn combination in the second house would have spoiled the second house. If Sun and Saturn are in the second house, they are not good speakers. They don't know how to organize their thoughts well. So definitely Aries Lagna is right. So we don't have to worry about that further. But the take it for granted that Aries Lagna is right. But the thing is, the additional input we got now is, since 2002 he is okay. His last earning year was before that. So from 2002 he has been at home, finished his engineering, and now he is working at Wipro. So what was the dasha he is running? When did the stability start? It's basically the middle of Cancer dasha. Can Cancer give some stability? When Venus gives the result. Right? When is Venus giving the result? Cancer, is it Krishodaya or Prishodaya? Prishodaya. Prishodaya means dark rising. So Cancer will give its results in the last 1/3, from 2003 October till 2005 June. And then the Lord Moon, is he in a Prishodaya Rasi or Krishodaya Rasi? Aquarius is a Krishodaya Rasi. Moon is in Aquarius or Krishodaya Rasi. So he will give his results in the beginning itself, from 2000 June till 2002 February. So Moon's results are given during that time. Again, Moon is in Bhadgasthana. So even though he is the fourth lord of Sukha, he is in Bhadgasthana and he is in Mankargasthana from his own house. Moon's own house is, the fourth house is Moon's own house. From that time he is in Mankargasthana. So when a planet is placed in Mankargasthana from own sign, it's not very auspicious. So basically, Moon is not, when Moon gives his results, it's not so great, even though he is the fourth lord. But when in the middle 1/3, 2002 February till 2003 October, the results of Rahu, Moon, Ketu, Mercury, their effect on Cancer, as well as Venus occupying Cancer are there. And out of all the, Venus occupying Cancer is the best part. Because, why? He is the Karka for Sukha. He is the Karka for happiness, domestic happiness, that's it. And he is in that house, he is in the fourth house. So he takes very good care of that house. So being at home, being happy, all that he causes. So that basically happens in the middle one, between 2002 February to 2003 October. So that's when Venus will trigger his result. And once Venus triggers his result, there is a change in his attitude and he is basically fine. So that is good. Now, what is the parent's worry? Yeah? That's a good question. If there are no aspects or no occupant, which is usually rare, whether the Lord gives the result in that 1/3 or whether Agara, I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe you can take the Lord, maybe you can take the Agara from that time, in relation to the history. So you can explain. Or you can say there are no results during that time. Just kidding. Maybe. So the theory being, actually, no, forget, not really. This is what the tradition says, and when It doesn't apply, like there are no rapidity or no oxygen. You just have to use. You just have to use your intuition. So my intuition tells me, maybe you can instead use rapidity from Argala. You can explain. Yeah.
Whenever he goes on there, he's able to, but they are still not. He ran on top of 1 year.
Yeah.
And the two says 1 year.
Yeah. So you never know if he's going to run away tomorrow or not.
So every day he's coming to suffering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The sign is not really favorable for running away. It is cancer. It's the fourth house. Fourth house is a very sattvic sign. It doesn't show any problem. Fourth house in general shows happiness, staying at stable residence, stable vehicle, everything is stable. Stable sukha. Yeah. But if the fourth house is a bad house, let us say your fourth house falls in a Saturn sign or Martian sign, a very unstable sign, let us say. Then when the fourth house gives its result, during that whole 1/3, there will be a period when it also gives the result of its nature. Just like planets give the inherent nature's result. Sign being Aries or sign being Cancer will also give its result during a part of that 1/3. So during that time there can be problems in Sukha. There can be some problems in the stability. So that is possible. But here you don't have any such weakness. Cancer is a very sattvic sign. It's very conducive to happiness. It's the sign of happiness in the natural zodiac. So he has his zodiac is natural zodiac here. But it is a sign of happiness. And it's the house of happiness in this particular chart. So there are no problems as far as Cancer is concerned. Yeah. But the thing is, Cancer is over. Let us see the next one and go ahead. Yes. Okay.
The running away comes when there is no confidence in the parents that they don't believe that the parents are going to agree. If parents are going to agree, then you say, I'm going to put up my position.
Yeah. So you suspect that there is some problem with it?
The problem in the parents teaching is
Yeah.
so Saturn government, father.
Maybe. We'll see Dwalshansa further. We have to see Dwalshansa. But before seeing Dwalshansa, just in the Rashi, Sun and Saturn being together, so relation with father not being great, that's a very good guess. No, we'll see the Dwalshansa also. And your point is a good point. If somebody keeps running away without telling anybody, there is some problem.
No, the problem is in
The communication. Yeah. Either they don't like, or at least he thinks that they don't like him to do that particular thing. So he's doing it without telling. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that is another problem. How do we know if that is the case? Looking at all the factors that we have seen so far, does it look like he's just under some kind of some forces and then doesn't know what he's doing? Or does it feel like he knows what he's doing and he's happy? How does it look like looking at the Vishakriti?
he knows what he is doing.
Yeah. Jupiter in the Vishwatri Dasha is Jupiter's Dasha. Jupiter is in Om sign in the 12th house. So he probably does know what he's doing. Now the thing is, I have a question. He's supposed to be very handsome. Why? What gives that handsome? Mars usually may give good looks, but not handsome. And Mars can in fact give rugged looks also. Who gives? Okay. Okay. Any other point? Any other point? Yeah? Venus and Moon, they are the Sarkas. Yeah. Yes, that's a good point. Yes. In general, one principle in classic is if there is Shubhakatari and Lagna, the person has beauty. That is one combination given in classic. And there is Shubhakatari of Jupiter and Mercury on Lagna. Yeah, Ketu is there. Had Ketu not been there, it would have been more perfect. Ketu is spoiling it. For me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of what kind of complexion Ketu is. Any other thoughts? Any other points about handsomeness? Yeah, good. Go ahead. See, you are thinking very well. Okay, now if you are looking at the second house, you look at the face. Are we talking about tangible self or intangible self here? We are talking about tangible self. So, what is? Wait. A2 is all the resources that are at your disposal, tangible resources. Of course, you can say my face is a tangible resource, but you can, on the other hand,
I come from second house, so the beauty that of the person is seen from life.
yeah.
I would be exact
Yeah.
So, basically the family.
Maybe you look at eyes, maybe somebody else looks at something else, maybe no, somebody else looks at ideas. Let's not go there. That's not. All I want to hear from you is the overall looks of a person from this house. Forget face or hands or overall looks of a person. Arudha Lagna. Lagna is you, yourself. Arudha Lagna is your tangible self. So this particular form that you see, that's a tangible form. So that's one Arudha Lagna. So Arudha Lagna is crucial for seeing how a person looks. Right? Now go to your logic. The influence is on Arudha. The second house from Arudha, what is it? It's basically what is fitting that image. What is the face of that image? The second house is the house of face. Third house is the house of hand. And so on, right? Fourth house is the house of heart. Now, can you take them from Arudha Lagna to see the tangible aspect? To see aspects of the tangible self? Yes. The second house from Arudha Lagna. Does it have any benefit combination? Yeah, moon is there. So, moon is in the second house from Arudha Lagna and moon is aspected by Venus. So when two planets of beauty are associated with the second house, one occupies it and the other one owns it. There is a good chance that he will have a beautiful face, handsome face, whatever you call it. Now the thing is, the same combination, somebody else may have moon in the second house from Arudha Lagna and Venus aspecting. He may not be so handsome. He may be handsome but not to the same level. So all those, to get the exact level, there are so many other factors that you have to consider, like Navamsa, is moon actually a planet who shows all the punya that he did in the previous life? Is he carrying good karma from the previous life or bad karma? If he is carrying bad karma, even though he is the karaka of beauty and in the second house from Arudha Lagna, he may not be beauty. Here, moon happens to be the ninth law. In the Navamsa. Oh, not Navamsa, Nishamsa. Let us look at the Navamsa. Let us see moon and Venus. See if any of them are well placed in the Navamsa or showing any blessings in the Navamsa chart. So in the Navamsa, how is moon and how is Venus? Moon is very weak. Moon is very weak. Moon is the 8th lord and even though he is with 9th lord sun, the friend, still he is in a stagnant sign. So moon is very dry. He won't give any good result. But how is Venus? Venus is exalted and he is with Jupiter. So there are two benefits there, Venus and Jupiter. So Venus is quite strong. He basically, the association with Lagna Lord Jupiter is very auspicious. Moreover, Jupiter is the Karaka for Navamsa here. He is basically the Karyesha for Navamsa. He is the 9th lord of the Rashi chart. So the 9th lord of Rashi chart is in own sign in Navamsa and he is with exalted Venus. So either the Jupiter or Venus, they show a lot of fortune in this particular chart. So Sun, Jupiter and Venus, if one of them has association with any combination in any given chart, that combination will give its result fully. Because they are carrying the karma from the previous life. They are carrying the good karma from the previous life. So, more than moon being in the second house, Venus from a very fruitful sign Cancer, aspecting moon is actually the sun. Venus is the planet who is actually responsible for that reason, or that is doing that success. Okay, let us go back. Let us stop this discussion on duty and handsomeness and go back to the worry that parents have. Before we do that, do you want to look at Dvashamsa and see if there are any tensions between the person and parent? It will be interesting to see that, right? First, how much leeway do we have? 2.5 minutes later or 6 minutes 59 seconds backward. 2.5 minutes later, we will do that because we know Aries is the Lagna in Rashi chart. So, Dvashamsa Lagna has to be Pisces. It can't be the next time. But it could be the previous time, Aquarius. But that requires 7 minutes of error. So, are they reasonably confident that this is right? And look at the time they have given. They haven't given like 250 or 240 or 255. They have given 256. Actually up to a minute, not up to 5 minutes. They haven't rounded up to 5 minutes. So, probably they are reasonably sure.
Not from a small town.
Okay, he says that he's very well educated. He's not from a small village. Even though I think that doesn't really matter. Whether you are from a village or town doesn't really matter. How much importance you give to this does not matter. If you think that noting the birth time is important, even if you are in a village, you will know the time. And if you think it doesn't really matter, even if you are in the biggest city of the world, you won't really see. Yeah. So, yeah, okay, he's saying that his father believes in Panchangam and all these things. Basically an orthodox kind of person. And that's what you can guess from the fact that the time was given as 256. If somebody gives us 256, of course, don't jump to the conclusion that this must be right. But the thing is, at least they put a lot of effort. So in such cases, it's not going to be 15 minutes or 10 minutes error. It's probably going to be like 5 minutes, 2-3 minutes kind of error. Not more than 5. So, if we were to guess, Pisces is right in Dvashamsa. Now let us see if we know anything about, do we know anything about father or mother? Not the relationship, but in general. Some administrative kind of. Okay. His career is in banks and he is an administrative kind of person. Manager, director kind of person. Okay. Mother is a housewife. Okay.
And he loves his mother more than his father.
He loves his mother more than his father. Okay. Okay, let us see that. Now, first father. How do you see father? Okay, ninth house. If you take the ninth house as Lagna, what do you see? So from the ninth house, basically, is his father a very dominant?
Yeah, very
dominant. No, I'm asking class, right? Is his father a very dominant kind of person? Why? Mars and Sun combination. Mars is the Lagna Lord, it's a sign owned by Mars and aspecting Lagna. And Sun is in Lagna, another fire. So king and commander. He says that his father is a Leo Lagna person. Okay, good. Third house has Rahu. So a lot of it's okay. Forget AL. AL doesn't exist. Yeah. So Rahu is in the third house, Sun is in Lagnam, Mars is aspecting Lagna, and it's a master planet. So he's a very fire kind of person, fire brand kind of person. Yeah. See, as the Sun can see. The reality from Sun's point of view. Because there is no real reality. Only slices of reality from different perspectives. So, reality from Sun's perspective is basically a very dominating person. And what is the career? If you look at the 10th house, what are the influences? Who are affecting it? Who owns it? Sun owns it, it's empty. Who are affecting it? Who have Grahadrishti on it? Jupiter and Mercury. So banking kind of career is a possibility, definitely. And Sun is the Lord and he is very strong in Lagna. So basically administrator, manager kind of person, politician, manager, that kind of jobs are all good. So you said that he's an administrator, he's a manager and he's a director level person. So that makes pretty good sense. Now, does he have a happy married life, father? Just guess. I want you to guess. Lagna Lord Mars is in 7th house. Mars in general is not so great for 7th house matters. And 7th Lord Venus is in the 8th. So, not really great marriage. At least from his point of view. From his perspective, he's probably not that happy with the marriage. But mother, what kind of a person mother is? Father is very aggressive kind of person, like you said. For father? Yeah. It can show. When especially Mars gives the result, father can have this problem. It is not good for health, etc. So when Mars is giving the result, there can be health problems for the father. Father has to be careful. Mars related health problems are also problems. Now, how is mother? What kind of a person is mother? There is Venus and Moon combination in Lagna. So, what can you say? Is she in general happy kind of person? Okay, very happy, affectionate, attached to people, that kind of person she is. And pardon me? Who aspects Lagna? Oh, I see. Yeah, they affect the Lagna, so she may have attachment to the sun. Okay. She is very dharmic. Why? Very dharmic. Why? Yes, Lagna Lord is in the 9th house with the 10th Lord Jupiter. So the combination of Jupiter and Mercury is very auspicious. So very dharmic person. Okay, that is enough. But overall,
between father and mother,
which one? Scorpio and Gemini?
No.
Okay.
So
Is it always the case, no? Yeah. Is it always the case though or not? 4th and 9th are always Saraswati. So usually father and mother are always fighting. Okay. Now, how do you see his relationship with father? How is his relationship with father? Okay. How do you see in general, how do you see the relationship between him and mother, him and father? Yes, if you take the Graharudha, that shows the tangible manifestation of different personalities. So let me pull up the Graharudha. This is a view, standard view with Graharudha. So, which Arudha for him? For the native. L1 is here, Aries. So, his own personality, as it interacts with father and mother's personality, he is seen from Aries. And how do you see father's personality? Where is L9? L9 is in Pisces. Now, how is mother's personality? How does mother behave? The manifested personality of mother, L4, that is in Libra. So, mother's personality is from Libra, son's personality is from Aries, father's personality is from Pisces. So, how are the relationships? In general, if two Graharudhas are in Kendras or Konas from each other, trines or quadrants is good. If they are in Shadastakas or Vidvasa, it's not so great. So, father is in Vidvasa with the son, and also with the wife also he is in Shadastaka. So, what you said Shadastaka, see, you were thinking illogically, but that happened to be true. If you do it logically, so your intuition is working. Your theory is not working. That's what?
That's what I think that whatever you say.
Yeah, you just said it. That's true here. Yeah. Yeah.
there are some top concept. Ganesh is the person who should be related to Ganesh and give
Yeah. They ask you where does the question link?
just confirm that.
Okay, you can.
Just confirm that they call India topic on the group. So he told them that Ganesh is the person they should say. I didn't know about it. It just happened in today's class.
Very good. Yeah.
It came from class. I said,
Of course, Saraswati also is not the charter. You can start their father and mother Saraswati from each other, looking at the 4th and 9th verses, which are always Saraswati. But of course, L4 and L9 are not always Saraswati. Sometimes they are trying. So here, they happen to be Saraswati. So father doesn't have a great relation with either son or with the mother. But mother and son they are fine with each other. They support each other because they are water. For me, not in every house. I know houses where son is closer to father and hates mother. It does happen. You can't generalize. In general, some people may say sons like mothers, daughters like fathers. It's not true. There are many exceptions. And it's not even like 1% exception. It's like 2%. Huge, yeah. Anyway, that is leave the. Yeah. 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 As a thinking individual, how is he seen? How does he manifest himself to son, to everybody in the society? That you take the Pisces as Ragna and see Saturn in the 2nd house, somebody who can't speak well, somebody who speaks very curtly. Mars in the 3rd house, somebody very bold. Venus and Moon in the 4th house, somebody who is very happy, even if he is very disturbed from inside, the world will think that he is very happy, very peaceful. And Jupiter and Neptune in the 12th house, the Lagna Lord in the 12th house, very giving nature. So these are all what the world thinks about him as a thinking individual. How he exercises his intelligence. This is the image world has of him. And the 10th Lord, pardon me? Mother and father, and maybe not just mother and father, brother, sister, people around him, as far as his personality as a thinking individual, interacting with parents is concerned. How do people look at him? Debilitated Saturn in Aries. So aggressive, at the same time aloof. Saturn basically push you in a shell. So basically puts himself in a shell like Saturn, doesn't express himself much, but very aggressive about whatever he does. Okay. So that is how he sees.
But what is the relation with L1 and L3? It is so the same relation with the relation.
Cool, but what does L3 show? We don't really know in Dwal Samsa. Let us ignore. Let us just use L1, L9, L4 in Dwal Samsa. Others let's ignore.
So when you get this kind of a chart,
Yeah?
should we, and the question is asked by the parents, so should we then tell the parents that these things, suggest the parents that you say combination, appreciate in their manner so that they can get along for people.
You can. We'll come to that. Let me remove the Arudha. I mean, you don't tell him you don't know how to talk to your son. He doesn't like you. But you can politely say, from the start it seems like there is some kind of disharmony, basically some distress, disharmony, not a very happy, comfortable relationship that your son shares with you, at least within his mind. So, like that you can express, and you can say if you want him to have a more open and more pleasant relationship with you, you may want to pray to God. Like this you can tell them. For that you better look at their own chart. But if you see from this chart, who is the key to parental happiness for this person? Having good relation with father and mother. Okay, Jupiter is the Lagna Lord. Anybody else? Anybody else? Hmm. Why sun? Yeah. 9th house of guidance from father, but is the 6th lord.
But it's also the significant of father.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Who are spoiling the happiness with parents here? Now let us forget the tangible. Intangibly, if you look at Lagna itself, what are the bad combinations in this chart? Venus-Moon combination in the 4th house. Is it good or bad? Moon is good. 6th Lord Moon in the 4th house is blessing, but Venus is 8th Lord Venus is spoiling her 6th Lord Moon. 6th Lord, what does 6th Lord show? Emotion. This is the house of emotion. And Moon is the Karaka for emotion. So that 6th Lord Moon is being afflicted by Venus, a functional malefic in this chart. So Venus is one of the spoilers. Venus with Moon is spoiling. Who else is spoiling? 6th Lord Sun of quarrels, arguments. He is sitting in the 9th house of parental guidance, so paternal guidance. So father is not able to guide him well. He is not, when father tries to guide him, it's basically like a fight. It's basically ending up in a quarrel. So, as far as father is concerned, praying to Sun is good. Not his son, S-O-N son, but S-U-N son. So father can pray to do Aditya Pradayam, do something of Surya, do Surya Namaskaram every day, do Aditya Pradayam, or pray to Shiva, the son you can also pray to Shiva. The father can do that, pray to Shiva and or do Aditya Pradayam. That's good. So that helps. That helps. Now what can in general father and mother, that is only for father. In general father and mother, to make him more emotionally happy with respect to talking to parents and interacting with parents, pray to Venus there. Venus is affecting him. So Lakshmi. If you pray to Lakshmi, that is good. Parents pray to Lakshmi. Pardon me? His parents. Parents are he. Somebody praying to Lakshmi and asking better parental relations for that person. Ketu is? Yeah, that is bad too. But the thing is, Ketu is the 9th lord, so it's not that bad. So he is a functional benefic. Even though he is Ketu, he is a functional benefic and he is in Cancer, a very fruitful sign. So being a functional benefic in a fruitful sign is not that much of a problem. It is a little bit problem, but not that much. The bigger problem is we. 8th lord afflicting me. Okay? And the thing with Moon is, he is not only the 6th lord of emotions here, but in the Rashi chart, he is the 4th lord of Sukha. He is the 4th lord of happiness. And of course, Karaka of happiness. So that planet owns the house of emotions in Valshamsa and is afflicted. So any affliction to Moon, luckily it's not an affliction by male. Oh, actually Saturn is also afflicted. So there is actually male picking incident also. It's not only Venus, but the 12th and 11th lord Saturn, another functional male pick. He has drishti on Moon. So that is also a bit of problem. But let's ignore it. We can't tell him to pray to so many devatas. That's the most important, which is Lakshmi. Okay, next dasha is Leo. How is Leo? Actually, it's a very short dasha. But anyway, let's look at it nevertheless. How is this dasha? How is this Leo dasha? Take Leo as Lagna. Leo is the 5th house. Not bad. Taking Leo as Lagna, how is it? Mercury and Ketu are in the 10th house. Is it good for career or bad for career? 4th lord in 10th house. Okay, nothing great or nothing bad. 2nd and 11th lord of money and gain in the 10th house. Mercury. Yeah. 2nd and 11th lord. Mercury. He is in the 10th house of career. So a lot of money and gains in career is quite positive. So Mercury and Ketu combination can give software, technology, etc. So telecommunications, in general software, Ketu can show computers and small devices, electronics. So that kind of lines, through those lines they can be gained. So overall, is this a good time for career, or should you be worried that he will run away again? Okay, decent. Pardon me? Well, if he runs away for 6 months, he will lose his job at Wipro. That's right, but of course, no. If he was really so caring of all the material things, he wouldn't have run even in the time of education and taken 8 years to finish engineering. So somebody who did that, theoretically, is capable of running even now. Suddenly, at the middle of the job, suddenly he can say, for whatever reason he ran away during education, for the same reason he can run away and say, well, I'll come back and start another job when I come back. He may run away. Pardon me? Yeah, he can express people again when he comes back. So that is always a possibility. But the fact is, the dasha that is running right now doesn't suggest that it is a likelihood. So this time is very favorable for career. So during this time, career can start and career can take off. But how is the next dasha? Virgo. How is Virgo for him? As far as the 10th house is concerned, spoiled. Saturn and Sun are there. And two functional malefics from Virgo. 6th and 12th Lord. 6th house Lord. They are together in the 10th house and they are enemies. So not good for career. And disturbance in career is a possibility after 2007. And how is Lagna Lord Mercury? In the 9th house with Ketu. So some dharma again. He will want to do some dharma, some spirituality, etc. For me, it's our 9th house from Lagna, okay? And Jupiter is aspecting it. So he may find some guru or something like that, and he may become spiritual during this time. But there is some possibility of problems in career. You should be careful. And Moon is in the 6th house during this dasha. So it's not great for health. Moon is a functional malefic, 11th Lord, and he is in the 6th house. So in general, in the Rashi chart, natal Rashi chart also, Moon is in Bharakasthana, and we said that blood pressure problems are possible. And in that particular dasha, he will be in the 6th house too. So during that dasha, there can be BP problems can increase. So should be careful. So these are what we can say. But how is 7th house? Very strong. 7th house has Jupiter in it. 7th house has 7th Lord in it. Quite strong. So there is a possibility of marital life wise, there is a possibility of happening. He may be married and if he runs away, he may run away with his wife. But marital life seems fine during that time. Only career, he has to be careful. There can be some politics or some mishap in the career. He should be careful about that. But spiritual life will take off. Yeah, I know. Generally looking at the Rashi, I am trying to say things. Actually, do you want to see if he married? Okay. Is the time favorable for marriage? Do you want to see first Navam Narayan Dasha? Yeah. Maybe he is okay, one thing, but if it doesn't, then it's a big problem. If he is a student and comes back after 6 months and starts the school again, he just don't care. But if he goes away for 6 months and comes back, wife may care. I have a feeling that she may care. So, okay. Look at the Narayan Dasha. The Dasha running right now is Leo. Is there a chance of marriage in Leo? And if you want to see what is the Dasha after Leo, it is Virgo. So right now Leo and then Virgo. Can Leo give marriage? Yeah. Rahu is there. You think he will spoil the house? He is in Manakasthana, but that's true. But does he have anything to do with marriage here? He is the yeah. He is UL Lord. Rahu is the Lord of UL. So, and he is the co-Lord of UL. So, it's not that bad. Saturn is stronger. But Rahu is still the co-Lord of the 9th house. So, if marriage is given in Leo Dasha, which 1/3 is it possible in? First 1/3 is Leo itself, the ninth house, some possibility is there. Second one third, Sun is in Prishthodaya Rati. Leo itself is Prishthodaya, so first one third. But Lord of Leo, Sun is in Capricorn, a Prishthodaya Rati. So he will give results in the last one third. So from 2008 February till 2010 June, that's when Sun's result will be given as the ninth lord. But in the middle one third, which is basically from 2005 October till 2008 February. During this time, the results given are those are Rahu in the Leo, Rahu's occupancy in Leo, and Moon and Sun. What is the order? Moon is at 12 degrees, Sun is at 13 degrees. So Sun first, Moon next, and then Rahu is earlier. So order is Rahu, Sun and Moon. That is the order. So when are Rahu's results given? 2005 October to 2008 February. So how many months is that? In 2007 October is 2 years, 24 months. So 24 months and 5 months. 29 months. Roughly 10 months. It's a 10-month period. So from last October to this August, roughly. End of this August. Or maybe middle of this August. So this time Rahu will give the result of his occupancy of the ninth house. So being the UL Lord occupying the ninth house, it is capable of giving that. So the time period right now is reasonably favorable. How is Vimshottari Dasha? What Dasha is he running? Shani. Is Shani favorable for marriage? Absolutely. Why? He is in the seventh house and he is a UL Lord. He is the stronger Lord of UL, stronger than Rahu. The stronger Lord of UL and in the seventh house. So that Antardasha is running. Excellent. That Dasha is running. So Saturn Dasha is a good candidate. How is the Antardasha running right now? From 2004 October till 2007 June is Mercury Antardasha. Is Mercury capable of giving marriage? Yeah, he is sitting in the 8th house. That's not great, but still he is the 7th Lord. His main agenda is 7th house, giving marriage. So is that Mercury capable of giving marriage? Absolutely. So Saturn, Mercury, the planet in the 7th house, the planet owning the 7th house. Very strong. And how is the bhoga of Mercury from Saturn? From Shani, Mercury is in 2nd house. From Mercury, if you take the 2nd house, Leo, 9th house. So bhoga falls in the 9th house of Dharma. So there is a chance of marriage. So before 2007 June, there is a very strong chance of marriage. And based on Narayan Dasha, next few months are a possible period. How is the annual chart then? Yeah?
Wherever Rahu is, he has to follow the house. So what is the case where he makes it? In this case, he doesn't seem to be doing that.
Well, if he wants something, he is very selfish about what he wants. He will want to uphold that. So if he wants the 7th house, he will try to give marriage. If he wants the 11th house, he will try to give gain. If he wants dual, he will try to give marriage. So his performance, his job is to do things. To do all the, whether it's materialistic or spiritual, to do things. He is the doer of things. But the thing is, he doesn't care anything about other things. He has an agenda, his Karakatva, and the houses he owns. He doesn't care about other things. He is so selfish. Other planets, even if they have an agenda, they are willing to mend their agenda, work with others. But Rahu is like, see, let me give an analogy. If there is a priest, if you tell him, we have to somehow do marriage of your son, he's getting bored. I think that girl will be good for him. That is getting married to that girl. He loves that girl. If he goes and talks to that girl and she says, no, I'm not interested, I love that boy. And then that boy says, yeah, I love her. Priest may say and talk to that boy's parents and then get them married. That is the nature of priest. Whereas if there is a thug, a mafia don, his son says, Dad, I love that girl, I want to marry her. Then he will go with the gun and make it happen. It's an auspicious thing. Of not marrying with a gun, but marrying. It's an auspicious thing. But the thing is, he doesn't care if it's auspicious or inauspicious. He does it in his own way. Bottom line is, he does it. He takes his job very seriously. His agenda is bad, not suitable for that house. But yeah, he is not well placed at all. Actually, Leo is one of the signs where he delivers well. Cancer, Leo and Virgo are three signs where Rahu delivers his results very well. So this is Cancer, Leo and Virgo, those three signs. He loves those signs. Maybe, I don't know exactly why, but in terms of analogy, he is not fine, okay. In terms of analogy, you can say that he is excited that he is in the house of his enemy. And now I'll do my thing. Let's see what he does. That kind of attitude. Yeah, that's more Trikona. I'm talking about Cancer and Leo. Because those are unintuitive. Probably he likes being in Cancer and Leo because they are presence of Sun and Moon. And he goes to it is like in movies you say, the hero in Telugu and in South Indian movies, hero goes to the adda of villain, the hideout of the villain, and then he smashes all of them and he is excited about it. Of course, it's a bad analogy because Rahu is not a hero. But of course, today's heroes in today's movies are like Rahu. Anyway, the bottom line is, he probably is excited about being in the house of his enemy, and then that puts him on fire so that he can do his job more efficiently and so that he can do, even though he's in a medical science. So, Cancer, Leo and Virgo are signs where Rahu is supposed to give his results very nicely. So, Leo is not a problem, but Manakarka Sthana is a problem. Being in Manakarka Sthana is a bit of a problem. Okay, so Saturn Mercury is running Vinshoti Dasha, so Narayan Dasha, Vinshoti Dasha, there is a good chance of marriage. How is the Pravesh chart? We will see that later. First let us see if there is a chance of marriage. Let's make at least one prediction.
Should we get him married or not? Should we say there is a continuous marriage?
We will see whether his marital life will be happy or not, and whether what kind of life he will have. That we will see a little later. But we want to see if he is going to get married or not. If there is a strong chance of marriage during this time, whatever you say, he will get married. So let us first confirm that, because there's something quantifiable. So let us first verify that and then go back to the qualitative analysis. So look at the current year's chart, 2005 to 2006. There isn't much time, basically a little more than 1 month, 1.5 months in this particular year. But let us see if there are any chances of marriage in this year. Look at Rashi. The 7th Lord Mars is in the 6th house with Rahu. Forget it. Let's go to Navamsha. No, not that next. Navamsha. Hora Lord is Mercury. Okay, 9th Lord. So that is favorable. Navamsha. How is Navamsha? The 7th Lord Jupiter is in 12th house. Of course, this Lagna may not be accurate. We have rectified in the natal chart, but here the windows change. So it may not be Gemini. But for now, let's not try to rectify. Let's assume it's right. And Jupiter is the 7th Lord in the 12th house. Not so great. We will come back if needed. First let us try the other chart. Who knows, that will be much better. So if it doesn't look better, we will come back. So okay, here, in this particular year, now is there a chance of marriage? Pardon me? Sun is the Hora Lord. Yeah. The Vivahasahamam, just to note, is in Gemini. Vivahasahamam is in Gemini. 9 degrees, 26 minutes Gemini. Okay. Is there a chance of marriage during this year? Just honestly. We don't have to somehow get him married. If it doesn't look like it, we'll say, okay, fine. Sun is the? Yeah. Okay.
But only thing is 7th Lord is 6th house.
Yeah. 7th Lord Mercury is in 6th house, not so good. 6th Lord Venus is in Venus Karka is in Lagna, aspecting the 7th house, and Lagna Lord Jupiter is in US. So Jupiter and Venus they are blessing. And if you remember in his natal chart also, they were very important planets in the outside, the 4th house of happiness. Okay, so interesting. There is some chance, but we are not fully convinced. We can't make a prediction based on this. How is the next year, 2007? We are stretching it, but let us see how is 2007. How is this year? First look at the Hora Lord, Jupiter, okay, in the second house of family. He is UL Lord also. So Hora Lord owns the UL, okay, let us keep that in mind. Seventh Lord, Mars is in the seventh house. Is it good? Why not? Why not? Still, seventh Lord in seventh, not at all bad. Okay. How is Venus? The Karaka. Lagna Lord and eighth Lord, he is in the 11th house, not bad. He is in the Kamatrikona, aspecting Mars. How is Navamsha? Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Just hold the train of thought. Vivasaham is in Scorpio, 13 degrees, 53 minutes Scorpio. Actually, you know what? It may not be accurate. I still haven't updated. So forget the Sahamam. Ignore the Sahamam. So forget the Sahamam. Okay, what were you saying? Yeah. 7th Lord Moon is in the 3rd house. Why you fixed it? Lagna Lord and 7th Lord are together. Sun is the only affliction there. So, Lagna Lord and 7th Lord being together. We have seen in several charts examples where we saw people who got married. In the Tithi chart of the year when they got married, we saw Lagna Lord and 7th Lord either together or exchanging houses or things like that. We have seen that in the past. Even Sun and Rahu or Sun and Saturn we have seen several examples. So Lagna Lord, Saturn and 7th Lord Moon being together in Pisces, not at all bad. And they are affecting UL. UL is in the 9th house, Virgo, they are affecting UL. So, who is Hora Lord? Yeah, Jupiter is also affecting UL. Okay? So there is a decent chance. Moon is a possibility, Moon, Saturn, Sun combination here, and Mars in the 7th house in the Rashi chart. So these are the possible planets. So there is better chance in 2007 than current year. So it doesn't look like, even though based on Narayan Dasha we thought there is a good chance during this period itself. Looking at Tithi Pravesh chart, we are not really sure. It may be 2007. But within the next 2 years there is a good chance. But the thing is, we are not confident to say this month he will get married. He is basically positives and negatives are there every year. So let us not make any prediction, but say that, let us just say that 2007 has a better chance of marriage than 2006. Now, the other thing we should see is, usually this time to have a happy marriage. Seventh house, 7th Lord Mercury, he is in the 8th house. Not that great, but not bad. For Mercury, especially being in the 8th is not that. For Mercury being in the 8th is not that bad. So it's not that terrible. And 7th house has Saturn. So what kind of wife will he have? Intelligent, hardworking. Okay. Will wife be very... Could be selfish also. We don't really know, but some Saturnine quality will be there. And 2nd house has Mercury from 7th house. So take Gemini as Lagna, Mercury is in 2nd house. What does that show? Good speaker, just like him. Probably they speak nicely to each other and think, oh he's so good, oh she's so good, and then get married. But she's a very eloquent person, just like he is. 3rd house has Rahu in it. Oh, forget Manu. He is Mercury, Lagna Lord. So, overall, under to Cancer, a very fruitful sign. Definitely very eloquent person, eloquent wife. And how is Rahu in the 3rd house, so very bold, very aggressive. And Jupiter and Venus in the 10th house. So, what kind of theory? Teaching is a possibility, some teacher or some kind of consultant. Jupiter and Venus combination can also show a consultant. Jupiter in general is like a mantri, who gives advice. He is not like somebody who boasts to you and does your work. So when Jupiter, especially with an own sign is there, it could be somebody who has some kind of independence, like lawyers, teachers, priests, etc. And here he is with Venus. Venus is very strong. Exalted Venus in the 10th house, so he will dominate. some kind of managing or management consultancy or some kind of Venus could also show arts, etc. Some kind of consulting or managerial position in some kind of fine arts or something. These are the possibilities. Yes, relating to entertainment, that is definitely possible. So some executive or consultant, somebody in a very high position, because there is a nice Rajyoga. 5th and 10th lords together, one in one sign, one in exaltation sign. So somebody very successful. So that is the profile of life. But is he going to be happy? Is marital life happy? Relationship we'll see later, but in general, is he happy? Let's see the intangible happiness. This 4th house has to be strong for happiness. Is he going to be happy? 4th house has shown Lord and Karaka Venus. For happiness, Moon and Venus are Karaka. So Karaka is exalted there and Jupiter is there, one sign. Are there any blemishes? 6th Lord Venus is exalted. 6th Lord's exaltation, that too in the 4th house of happiness. Not good. So there will be some unhappiness, but overall it doesn't seem bad at all. It is also the 11th Lord. Absolutely.
So it gives you gains also.
It gives gains in Dharma. His agenda is to give gains in Dharma and to give some struggle relating to Dharma. And then he is placed in the house where he is told, giving some happiness. So he will basically take happiness from doing some dharmic activities by fulfilling his objectives relating to Dharma. 11th house is basically fulfilling your objectives relating to Dharma. He will want to do certain dharmic activities, and then he will be able to actually do it and be very happy about it. So that kind of happiness he will get. Okay? But if he is associated with Kamatrikonas, it can be from the relationship, from the wife. Okay? So there is some happiness, but it's not that well. It is a blemish. Being the 6th Lord and 11th Lord, a functional malefic in the 4th house is a blemish. But the saving grace is his Karaka. So if you tell him, give him happiness, a 6th Lord may not be able to give happiness, but Karaka of happiness can give. He will be gentle about it. He will definitely be gentle about it. So overall, the 4th house is good. So overall, he will have a good marital life. You are right. So including marriage and all other things relating to dharmic life, he will be overall happy. Now how is the relationship with wife? Is it good or bad? So let us see the Graharudha here. Yeah. We are trying to still figure out. What we said is, with respect to marriage and with respect to all other dharmic activities of his, he is going to be happy. The inherent happiness is there because of Venus and Jupiter. So that is what we conclude. The other conclusions we are still to make. Now how is L1 and L7? L7 is in 12th house from L1. So not that way. So as far as relationship is concerned, he may ignore his wife. He doesn't really bother that much about his wife. That's a problem. As far as wife is concerned, she is fine with it, but she may be feeling ignored by him. He may be ignoring her. AL and UL in Navamsha, I see. In Rashi also, I see. Yeah. AL and UL, from AL, UL is in the 12th house, both in Rashi and Navamsha. So again, that is a standard combination for ignoring your wife. So this guy has a very strong chance to ignore wife. Does it mean running away? And does it mean staying home and running away into a different room? We don't really know. But he will do some level of ignoring of his wife. That his wife may not be happy about it. So that is something that cannot be changed. So what you can tell them is, he can get married, he will probably get married in the next few years, but he has some tendency, an inherent tendency to ignore wife and ignore some material matter. especially with wife, he has a very good chance of ignoring her. So, what can they do about it? You can't say, don't get him married because he ignored his wife. That's an unfair advice. What can you tell them? Is there any propitiation he can do? Pardon me? Yeah, it's not just that. Yeah. Yeah. Especially all your dharmic associations. People that you associate with for the purpose of dharmic matter. So he will ignore, sometimes he will just ignore, take easy. Is there any remedy he can do for that? Which God can he pray to for relief from this particular malady? Any remedy for this malady? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Saturn and Mercury. That too, he is running that particular period right now. He is running Shani Mercury period right now. And Mahadasha, Mercury is Antardasha. So he is saying that pray to Venkateswara. It's a very good advice. So we can pray to Srinivasa Venkateswara, that is one advice. Now, is there any fasting recommended for him? You will in Sagittarius. Rashi UL is in Dhanu. Yeah. So, fast on Thursdays and then at the end of it, pray to second Lord from it. Second Lord from it is Saturn. So, who is the Devata corresponding to Saturn? Who is the female form corresponding to Saturn? Kali. Anybody else? Any other Devata? Okay. Any other form? For me? Saturn is this one, yeah. You can say some sun form also. What is your best? What is your best? I mean, the thing is, there is no one answer. You try to many devatas, but you can try to come up with something specific. Because we said Venkateswara for Shani and Mercury in the Navamsha, they are associated with the 7th house and the period is running right now. You may want to take, when you take Venkateswara, and when you see the same Shani here also, you can take the female form corresponding to Venkateswara. So you can say Padmavati Devi. So, pray to Venkateswara, take a fast on Thursday. At the end of the fast, pray to Padmavati and Srinivasa. And then happy. That's what you can tell us. Either before or after. It is before to basically give the marriage, and it is after to sustain the marriage. Basically, second from UL is the sustainer of the marriage. It sustains the marriage. So even if somebody is already married, if there is problems in the marriage, we can still suggest second Lord from UL. If you worship that Lord, marriage can be safe and becoming a disaster. When we say fasting, in general it is from sunrise to sunset, whole day. Then have bath if you can, if you want to, pray and then do some navajana. And if you cannot hold back your hunger, if you are so hungry, have water. If that's not enough, have milk or maybe have some food. These are not really ideal, but you don't have to make it ideal and then do it only once and then give up. Instead, make it less than ideal and keep doing it and slowly perfect it. That is always better. Instead of doing the whole thing at once, trying to go the whole hog and then failing and not doing anything, it's better to take a stepwise approach so that you see something. So that is why they say, have milk, have food, etc. And of course, actually in the old days, when somebody was fasting, if they don't want to eat normal meal, if they cannot hold the hunger back, then eating a fruit, taking a fruit, so that you get some energy, so that you don't collapse, that was acceptable. So they used to call it phalaharam. Phala means fruit, ahara means food. So phalaharam means fruit as food. And now basically people what they do is they say, oh, I don't eat today, so I'll just have phalaharam. And then in Telugu people say phalaharam for that, especially a shortcut. I'm sure in many other parts of India also they have something like phalahar, some colloquial local term. And what they end up doing is they don't eat the regular thing like if they eat rice every day, they don't eat rice. If they eat chapati every day, they don't eat chapati. They eat something else, like they make idlis and eat. Then idlis has phalaharam, or they eat like small. Yeah, something that basically that's like food. So unfortunately, the fruit, the thing is once you give one concession, that becomes a bigger concession, and the whole thing is gone. So the lesson is, make it as small as possible. As small as you can survive. And you don't collapse. And then slowly you can increase. Yeah, in the Rashi, 8 something. Yeah. How is the Vimshamsa? Is he a spiritual person? Because we had a hunch that he may be spiritual, right? For me? Because? Yeah, 12th house had Jupiter and he did all this running away doing. Is there any spirituality in him? Do you want to see the Vimshamsa Narayan Dasha? Eighth Lord Jupiter is in the what? What are you talking about? Okay. How is this Vimshamsa? And what is the Dasha running right now? He is running Aquarius Dasha right now. How is this Dasha? Aquarius has the second and fifth Lord Jupiter. Fifth Lord is mantra. Fifth Lord in fourth is quite acceptable. As a matter of fact, there is an exchange between Rahu and Jupiter. Fourth Lord Rahu in fifth and fifth Lord Jupiter in fourth. So there is a parvatana between Jupiter and Rahu for me. It's fine. In Vimshamsa, don't worry about Rahu being Chandala, etc. In Vimshamsa, he gives experiences. So Jupiter and Rahu exchange is good. Aquarius Dasha that is running right now is a good Antardasha from the point of view of sadhana, puja, etc. How was Gemini when he was running away? Because let's see if there is any spiritual aspect to all these running away to Kathmandu and running away to Puttaparthi, etc. Gemini is the eighth house of the Vimshamsa chart in the D20 chart. Eighth house shows basically reaching for the unknown. It shows occult experiences, etc. Mystical experiences. And that time Dasha was running. And how is the Lord of the sign? He is in the fifth house of sadhana, of upasana, and he is with Rahu and Ketu. He is debilitated. Yes, he is debilitated and he is with Rahu and Ketu. That combination in Pisces is very interesting. There is something very, very interesting going on there. Ketu is Lagnadhipati. So he is with Lagnadhipati Ketu. So the fact that 8th house was activated during 91 to 99 and his Lord was associated with Node doesn't suggest to me that he was just running away and then doing a job and then he came back home and said, oh, I just worked. I got 6 months of experience in lifting from weights or something. It's probably not that. My hunch is looking at this Vimshamsa, actually how close is it? One hundred. You want? Oh yeah. Picking up bad habits.
Picking up bad habits, like even dressing is very particular about that. You don't seem to be inspired with
Okay. But looking at this Vimshamsa, what we can guess is, he's not just randomly running away. He's running away to some people. With a purpose. My feeling is he's running away to some people with a purpose. He had some mystical activity going on. That is my feeling. Very likely that there was a mystical experiences involved to be standing there during this particular, especially during that dasha. After 99 is different. Aquarius, even though it is owned by Rahu, and its Lord is associated with the 8th house, it basically subsides.
It's still there.
It subsides, yeah. It's still there, but so something was going on. It wasn't just one. Yeah, next Libra Dasha is very interesting. Yeah, is he Atmakarka? Oh, so Atmakarka Venus, who is in the 12th house, his Dasha will be coming. 12th Lord in the 12th house. In Vinshamsha, 8th and 12th are crucial signs, crucial houses. 8th house is the house of Tapasya, 12th house is the house of Moksha. So during that Dasha, there will be a lot of attachment, real attachment. So that is a Dasha when a lot of sadhana will be there and will also culminate in some experiences. So my feeling is he was with some people, either with some people or with some power. He was doing some sadhana, he was doing some tantra, or something he was doing. He wasn't just working, just like away from home working in a hotel or an office. He was doing something. And he probably did have some experiences also, some mystical experiences. So, yeah. he was into some occult things. He wasn't just running away. So if you ever talk to him, ask him. When you ran away from home, you had some mystical experience. You met some people.
No, I mean, the first time was after we started talking to
So that was the beginning, okay?
I don't know.
You are looking at Aquarius. I am looking at Gemini. Yeah. See, the thing is, when he started running away in 1990 time frame, it was Cancer Dasha that was running. So that's different. But once, at least after Gemini started running, at least after 1991, I'm sure there was some mystical angle to it. He met some people who were doing something. And the thing is, he went to Kathmandu. He said that he was caught a couple of times in Kathmandu, Nepal. It's a place where all this mysticism is very, very much alive. Nepal area. So again, that adds to the fact there is 8th house, Rahu Ketu involved, and Nepal involved. So all those together, my strong suspicion is he was meeting some mystic people and doing something, getting some experiences. Probably started with, like you said, going abroad or something, but eventually it must have changed into something else. You must have at Sai Baba's place or some place, you must have somebody, and then that led to something else, and then something else happened. Don't say that's exactly what happened. We don't know. Oh, I see. You used to say that. Yeah, that makes sense.
One that you mentioned about partly conversion to Christianity, that tendency that we should pursue that
very different. Very different. See, the thing is, what is religion? What is religion? 8th house, when Mercury, 8th house are involved, religion is out of the equation. Religion is not an issue. Religion is basically 9th house matter, whereas spiritual experience are 8th house, 12th house matter. So, religion is basically, you have some dharma. You take Hindu religion, so you have certain dharma to follow. Or you take Islam, you have certain dharma, like do namaz, 5 times, certain dharma comes to you, you just follow that dharma because embracing that religion gives that dharma to you. So this is all about dharma. So if he was unhappy about his own dharma, he wanted to change to a different dharma, probably he has to do with something to do with the 9th house. And previously he was running Cancer Dasha. Cancer was the 9th house having a debilitated planet. So probably there are a couple of negative alphas there, UL and A2. Probably those have to do with some change relating to karma. But let us ignore that, that's not very important. But my feeling is after that start, something else happened. Now, again in 2010 to 2022, spirituality may become a very integral part of his life. He may become more spiritual and start doing more things. Pardon me? When does a person get a guru? Okay. How do you see spiritual guru? A9 or L9? Okay. Okay, good. So, any links with A9 or L9? A9 is actually tangible guidance that you are receiving, and L9 is a person, an intelligence which guides you coming into your life. So, if you see A9 and L9 in Vinchansa, how are they? Where are they? First, let us look at L9. A9 is easy. Let us find it manually. Actually, both are easy. A9 is in Virgo. We saw it just before I came this window. So, A9 is in Virgo. So, during Gemini Dasha, Gemini was aspecting Virgo. And Gemini's Lord was aspecting Virgo. And Gemini contains L9. So, it is possible that he even got a guru Gemini. In the Gemini Dasha, it is possible that some guru, nothing, even told him do this, do this, like that. And come back after 2 years, like that. Yeah. No, I am saying you may have met a guru in Kathmandu. You may have met somebody in Kathmandu who may have sent him to Kathmandu to do some guru. And that guru may have made him do certain sadhana for 4 months and told him, enough, now go back, study, do some more after 8th grade, then come back after 1.5 years. Like that. Now the thing is, the bottom line is, usually when we take up charts to see when they will get married, we usually come up with a prediction saying this is the time when there is a chance for marriage. Unfortunately here, it looks like there is a chance this year and next year, but it's very mixed. And also from the point of view of relationship with the wife and how the marital life goes, there are negative indications. So we should not say definitely get married, or we should not say don't get married. We should just basically stay neutral, leave the child to them, leave the karma to them, just like stop taking the karma on our here. But you can suggest the prayers that we mentioned. So we do Srinivasa and Padmavati on Thursday after fasting. And that can remove some feelings with respect to the marriage part. And then my feeling is after 2010 he will have a spiritual experiences and spiritual life will become more active. And that may be the reason why he is like that. Actually, another interesting thing is when we are talking about marriage, and another thing actually, we say after 2010 or 2011, not Vinchamsa, the Narayana Dasha of Prakshita. The Virgo Dasha was coming. Then he may ignore the career and get in some problems. After 2007, from next. Yeah, from 2007 to 11. So you should also tell them that he may be ignoring career during that time. This is prepared. And is there a possibility of children? That is true, but the thing is you don't know what is actually spoiling. Starting may be actually spoiling, or letting them go may be also spoiling. Because they may go and then parents okay, but even from our point of view, even though we are apparently unbiased, we don't know really what that person's fate is. He may go towards spirituality and several runas, several debts, karmic debts that he has to various people that have to be fulfilled in order to qualify for moksha, assuming that this guy is pure. That may basically this may be a diversion. Going into spiritual path now, he may have been given a golden chance. All the people that he has runa with may have come into his life. He may have been given a golden chance to pay off everything. But because he ignores everything, maybe he didn't pay off. And maybe now he has to go through 1,000 more lives to meet all these people and pay off and not accumulate any new karma while he does it. So this may prolong his path, the path of soul, by another 1,000 lives. You never know. Just because somebody is going on the spiritual path, you can't assume that that is the right path for him. That may actually delay him. The final mark. The final goal may be delayed. So you never know. All you do is pray to your favorite God, whatever comes to your intuition, just go by it. You can never know for sure all those things.
all the other points we are talking about, maybe subject matter science, because it's not even very specific. Also, the fact that the right amount of
Yes, sir. There is somebody.
the other fact that the right may be developing into
It may be somebody may be just ready for moksha. Just one runa, one link left. And this guy getting married to that person, maybe this person is getting moksha. That is possible. Probably not in this case, but theoretically it is possible. So what I am saying is, all these considerations are there. When you are dealing with all the 30 karmas of various people, if you want to give the best advice so that everybody gets moksha as quickly as possible, it's not easy. Astrology is useless for it. You don't, using astrology you cannot give best advice in such cases. You have to be basically be a very advanced yogi. Then only you can give good advice. So don't worry about all that. So don't be prejudiced that going towards spirituality is good or going towards marriage, material life is good. Don't be prejudiced. In each case, whatever your intuition tells you, just give that. Yeah. Spiritual guru you see either from DK or from L9. The ninth house is there. Either the ninth house or one of the Arudas associated with this, they must be being activated by the Narayan Dasha or Nishansha. And DK is very important. Those links are formed. It's a link between DK and AK. There is some yoga that's being triggered between AK and DK. Guru can come. Guru can come into the life. And in D20 as well as Rahu. But if you are talking about spirituality, then D20 is different. You can just look at the D20. So that is what we did earlier. If you remember, we looked at the D20. The L9 was there in Gemini. Yeah, we didn't link the back to DK, but we saw L9 and we saw aspect on A9 and we said, there is a very good chance that Guru may come into his life. Radharka shows. No, not really. I don't know why, but it is said that DK shows Guru. And the reason being here that Guru is not really like father or, even though we see from the ninth house, because he gives guidance, he's not like, you don't see some Pitrikarka, because he's not like a father. Father's role is, what do father and mother do? Mother nurtures you, gives you comfort, makes you comfortable, so that you can grow. And what does father do? He gives you some rules to follow and enforces those rules on you, so that you can grow. The father and mother have a disciplining and providing environment to grow kind of role. Whereas what does Guru do? He's basically like your sibling, he's like a brother. An ideal Guru is not like an authority. He's like your brother. He's like a elder or younger brother, doesn't matter. Counselor. Not even counselor. Counselor basically gives you advice and then done. He's basically on the path along with you. Just like your brother. So that is why they say Guru Bhai for Guru. So Gurus are like brothers. So that is one reason why DK is used for Guru. But I don't know, there must be several reasons. So DK is the heart of the Guru. Why is it Sadhana initiative? Yeah. Maybe. I'm not really sure. The thing is, even linking karakas with houses and saying that AK is first house, AMK is second house, DK is third house is not really fully logical. They are just karakas. Rathakarka doesn't necessarily mean third house karaka. It's just one of the karakas. It signifies certain soul, certain section of the soul. We can practice it. Each karakarka represents certain section of the soul that interact with it, period. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with any house. So don't think that just because it's called Dhatu, it has to do with the third house. It's basically one of the karakas. That way, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we don't have any karakas. Or 9, 10, 11, 12, depending on how many karakas. So they don't have any karakas. That's it. So it's not a one-to-one mapping between karaka and house. Okay. Any children possible? Can this person have children? What did I do? Can this person have children? What is your hunch? Fifth lord of Rasi firstly, how is he? Fifth lord of Rasi sun is in the 12th house of Mahakaraka Sthana in Tapasya. Not great. Now Karaka of children. Yes. But if the fifth lord of the Rasi chart is in Mahakaraka Sthana in Tapasya, there may not be children also. That is a possibility. But let us look at other factors. The fifth lord of the Saptamsha, how is he? He is in the third house, not at all bad. Not bad at all. So Saturn is strong. Saturn is a stable guy. And how is Jupiter, the Karaka of children? He is in own house. But he is in sixth house. Not that great. Sixth house is not a great house for children. Actually, better of house. But his fifth house or seventh house would have been better. So there are quite negative factors. Sun and Jupiter are quite negative there. Only Saturn is the saving there. So Saturn is sitting in Jupiter's house. Yes. And third house he loves being in that house. And he is Yogarka in Saptamsha. So Sun and Jupiter are quite negative for giving children. Saturn is the one who really wants to give at least one child. In that particular chart. But if you correlate with the Rasi chart, he is fifth lord in Mahakaraka. So it's not all good. So it's tough to say. You basically see whether negative is more or positive is more. Because it's not fully negative here. There is some positive also.
In the art sign, if you go backward,
Why backward?
oh, art sign comes
Fine, yeah, follow.
Ketu is falling even before this year.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You don't count like that. You start from the fifth house. If you start from the fifth house and then you keep going.
But the first time it is Ketu,
First time you are not jumping. Don't look at it as jumping from Lagna to fifth house. It's not a jump. You are starting from the fifth house. Period. Okay. So the thing is, there are some negatives relating to children, childbirth. And what is the dacha that is conducive to childbirth? Shani dacha is running right now. That's great news. There is one planet who is very intent on giving him one child, and his dacha is running right now. So Shani dacha is very favorable. And then Ketu Antardasha will come soon. That is also very favorable. So Shani Ketu has a very strong chance of giving one child. So probably there will be at least one child, even by Shani and Ketu. Probably even more, but at least one.
one child is not
No. I'm saying because even getting children is such a problem in this chart because of Jupiter and Sun's placement. So forget all the regular counting methods. Even getting one is an achievement. So the only consolation is that he is running a dasha and antardasha conducive to getting a child, especially getting the first child. So that is the consolation. So 2008 time frame, there is a chance of childbirth. Yeah, we thought that 2007 time frame we may get married. So there is a chance. I can't be sure. Just to say confidently. Okay, forget it. Let's go back to the natal chart. So there is a chance, there is a problem. It may not be smooth, it may not be easy, but there is a chance of one child being born, at least. And the time period is 2007-2008, so probably he will get married in the next 2 years and have a child in probably early 2008 after. And is there a propitiation that can help? Shani and Ketu. We already suggested Venkateswara. So even though Ketu is there, forget Ketu and take Shani. If he sticks to Venkateswara, Padmavati, Srinivasa, this person can get married as well as have a child. How will be the child? Okay. First female or male? Saturn. Saturn, no, forget Saturn. You don't look at Saturn. It's Lord, who he is with and where he is. He is in Dhanus. That shows male. He is with Ketu. That shows female. But Ketu is exalted. So there are mixed influences. But overall, exalted shows boy, Ketu shows girl, Sagittarius shows boy. So overall, all the things together, it shows a boy. Probably it's a boy. 70% chance that it is a boy. And Shani and Ketu are in Lagna. So what kind of a boy is he? Very spiritual. Shani and Ketu. Lot of Vairagya, lot of that. Traditional Sagittarius. Upholding Dharma. Actually, how is the house of Dharma? The 9th Lord Sun is in the 10th house. And Jupiter is affecting him. Jupiter is in one sign. So Jupiter and Sun have a Raj Yoga. Lagna Dharmadhati Yoga. So Lakshmi Yoga. Lagna Lord and 9th Lord. 4th Lord, 9th Lord. So excellent Raj Yoga given by Sun and Jupiter. So, and Venus in the 8th house. That gives lot of sadhana. Venus in the 8th house gives great sadhana. So Mars in the 6th house, an achiever. Somebody who overcomes all the obstacles and a fighter to the core, good administrator, and a very dharmic person, very spiritual person. So that is the profile of the Sun to be born. Mercury Moon in 6th house is fine, not a big deal. Okay. So probably now looking at Saptamsa and Navamsa, see sometimes looking at Navamsa you may or may not be able to predict whether the person will get it. But if you look at Saptamsa and look at the Dashas also, here the first child Dasha, the Dasha that can give the first child is running. So all this basically can make you increase your confidence. When other factors are weak, you can look at more and more factors and increase your confidence. So probably my hunch is that he will get married in the next 2 years and he will have a child in 2007-2008 type. And that child will be a very, very good child, very sweet child. Any other thoughts? So with that we will end for today. I think it will be interesting to quickly look at his Saptamsa. Quickly. Except that we don't know if it is accurate. 30 seconds later it is same. Previously also it is same. But there is interesting thing is there is Gurjandal Yoga in the Saptamsa. I want to see if there is any special yoga. This some kind of deserting a Guru. Depending on the Lagna, it may be modified, but probably he did some deserting of some Guru, so we have to struggle to find his Guru this time. Okay. Anyway, let us leave it. So with that we will end today and tell him to worship Venkateshwara. That will be very auspicious for him, like Padmavati and Srinivasa. Okay? Very auspicious. Hopefully he will get married and his wife and he will have a good marital life and both of them progress in the karmic path. Okay. And hopefully they will have a very spiritual child who will make good contributions to the world. And that I will end today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.